What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're like me, you probably went from being, and around my age, you probably went from being kind of a loser chud that spends most of his time indoors in Discord calls, just gaming, whatever. And you went from that to kind of being more of a normal person and going outside a lot more. Um, I think a lot of people probably went through this mainly because of COVID. Like honestly, I think I would have turned out a lot more normal um, if it wasn't for COVID. And a lot of introverts came out of that. But if you're like me and you kind of went through that pipeline, you've basically experiencing you're basically experiencing what I like to call the big wide world. There's two types of people in this world. There are the people who go outside and embrace the big wide world, and then there are the chuds that stay inside and don't really do much. Like they leave the house as little as possible. They don't really hang out with friends. Like maybe they don't have friends, which is like not might not be their fault, but whatever reason, they just don't really go out much, and they're not seeing what I call like the big wide world, as I said. Now, if you are in the big wide world, you would know that there's a lot of good things that come out of it. Good times, good memories. It's great. But for every few good things, there's there's a bad thing. And a lot of the time that those bad things, they sting, like they suck, bro. Like maybe it's a breakup, or I don't know, the FOMO. Like when you're a teenager, like the worst feeling is FOMO, you know? And I think one of the main arguments for being a chud is you don't have to worry about any of those things, um, because it's just, you're not in the big wide world, right? So you don't have to worry about any of those bad things at the cost of missing out on those good things, but also you don't really know what you're missing out on if you haven't experienced it. And so the reason I bring all this up is because I think what truly makes someone a good person, like a good positive person, is to experience the big wide world and not let those negative things bring you down. It's a special kind of strength to be able to just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go through something that really sucks, that and it's like, oh, I wouldn't have experienced that if I just stayed inside and I was a chud my whole life. Remind yourself that it's not worth it, all right? The the bad things, the setbacks, all of it, it's a small price to pay on being able to just live. You know what I'm saying? And so once you have that good attitude towards your life, you will also be a more positive person and contribute to it in a positive way instead of bringing other people down. So, moral of the story is get out there, take that risk, and just exercise positivity, all right? Because I think we need a lot of that right now. Don't bring other people down because you are more than your bad experiences and your negative thoughts. Anyway, in other news, some of my coworkers were telling me that I should probably consider sticking to weekly uploads, like a weekly long form video, instead of daily short form videos. And I would like to say that their feedback is being considered, however, it will probably not be applied yet, alright? Because here's the thing about this daily Joel Swole series, I'm doing it for myself. It's kind of an accountability thing. Like, if I. It's a challenge for me to just upload daily. It's not like a performative thing. I'm not conforming to an audience yet because the audience isn't really there yet, right? So it's something that I might consider when I do have a little bit of an audience and I also lose the motivation to just keep making these daily uploads because I think they're very valuable. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I have for today. Um, yeah. Today was push day. Got the pump. Um, and yeah, we keep grinding. And so yeah, hopefully you learned something valuable from this video, maybe a little bit. I don't know if I'm like, I could be the next Socrates, like my philosophy. Let me know if it's ass or not. All right, like, am I just yapping or am I onto something? So let me know if you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.